Hi, my name is Maxie. I'm going to be your host this evening, and just to make it a little smoother, I will tell you right through those doors are the bathrooms. That's all you need to know for tonight to be a good night. If you end up needing that door more than 4 times during the rest of the show, do what my boyfriend tells me and get out of the car. Some of you are like, is the joke that she dates men? I get it. I get how I dress. We're living in uncertain... We're living in uncertain times, my friends. I know, because I went to urgent care. Urgent care is like the only restaurant where the waiter can keep you waiting 4 hours, and by the time they get to you, you still have to be like, thank you so much for seeing me. Customer service went out the window during the pandemic because everywhere is short-staffed. That's like me being at urgent care, being like, can I get a water? They're like, yeah, sorry, the last customer just died on the table. It's gonna be a second. Honestly, we're lucky to get anything we can get. Restaurants, hospitals, they're like, you know what? If we wash our hands, you're lucky. I can't really afford healthcare these days. It's gotten expensive. I don't go to the doctor. I just get on an airplane. Wait till we're a couple miles up and ding! Is there a doctor on this plane? Specifically a gynecologist? Go to the eye doctor, they're like, who's your healthcare provider? I'm like, Southwest. I know I need to do certain things like therapy, but I had to quit it because I couldn't keep spending money when I was wasting it. I was wasting it because I kept timing my therapy session about 20 minutes after my midday coffee, which means I was skewing the results false positive. Every time we'd get into session, just as the caffeine was kicking in, therapist would be like, how are we doing today? I'm like, fucking great! Never been better! I just wrote 4 screenplays. I had to give up therapy because I couldn't afford it. I could have given up coffee, but I don't have the willpower. I can only give up like one major thing a year. 2 years ago, I gave up sugar. Last year, I gave up alcohol. And this year, I've already given up completely. It's just gotten so normal to not be okay. You don't even get sympathy anymore. Because a couple of years ago, if I walked up to you and I was like, how are you? And you were like, not so good. I'd be like, oh, let's talk about it. Now I walk up to you, I'm like, how are you? You're like, not so good. I'm like, where should we go for lunch? My sister's like, you should get an emotional support dog. She just got one. I'm like, nah, Sasha, my building doesn't allow pets. She's like, neither does mine. What's the problem? They don't count. I feel like whoever invented emotional support dogs hates dogs. You're taking them from the shelter and giving them to the person least capable of caring for them. Hey, buddy, meet your new owner, John. He hasn't fed himself in a week. Good luck. They had to stop allowing emotional support birds on the planes because people were abusing the policies. You know, they're bringing emotional service dogs, cats, everything. They still let dogs on. I'm like, at least birds were made for flight. Dogs are just on the most hellish car ride of their lives. Hey, buddy, you want to go on a ride where the windows never come down? I think we should take all the people who need emotional support dogs and put them in a no-kill shelter. Some of you have emotional support dogs. I can feel it. And you didn't bring them here tonight. You need them, and I'm sorry. But thank you for not bringing them. I just feel bad that they get dragged places they can't possibly want to go. A couple weeks ago, I was at a Fish concert, and I saw one. It's like, oh, buddy, they got you too. I don't want to be here either. I'm in a little bit of a bad mood. I found out. I hate finding things out after the fact. I hate finding things out too late. I found out a guy I used to hook up with keeps an Excel spreadsheet of all the hot female comedians he's hooked up with. My friend Drew told me about it just now. He's like, don't worry. You're not on it. I'm like, wow, I can't believe it took me this long to realize you're a bad friend. An Excel spreadsheet of the women you've managed to hook up with? That is such a dude thing. If I were to keep track of all the losers I've hooked up with, Excel is neither the word nor the program I would use. If I want to see where all my loser exes are, they're on the same program, unemployment. What worries me about a spreadsheet is he was keeping track of something that could have been a list. Okay, if you're not getting it, he also lied about his special skills. A spreadsheet is where you compare things. I don't know what he was comparing me with. If I had a spreadsheet of the guys I've slept with, in one column I would have their names, and in the other column I would have the length of the relationship. Looking at it like, oh, some of these are embarrassingly short. I just think it's immature. The last time I did anything remotely like that, I was in 7th grade keeping a list of all the boys I'd kissed. Until one day I was like, Maxie, what are you still doing walking around with this blank piece of paper? I wish I had been warned. Guys, if you know someone's awful, warn your lady friends. They want to know it. They don't seem to get that, mostly because no guy I know has ever been warned off adequately by me warning him that a girl is a bitch. They want to keep their options open. I'm like, watch out, she's a bitch. Shh, now you're being a bitch. I could warn my best friend, she's bitten off 4 guys' dicks. Shh, don't be catty. The only time guys will throw someone under the bus is the guy they want out of their way. The entire Me Too movement was just guys getting rid of their competition by accusing them. And I know because at the beginning of it, all my guy friends turned into allies. I'd walk into a comedy club, my friend Mike would pull me close and say, hey, watch out for Jeff over there. He's a real creep. I'd say, okay. Then I'd go say hi to my friend Jeff. And Jeff would pull me close and say, hey, watch out for that guy Mike over there. He's a real creep. And I'd be very confused, because now both my ears are wet. What a weird way to get rid of your competition. How dumb do you think I am to use that as a pickup line? Oh, they can't both be predators. Okay, predator is a strong word. Let's say creeps. Let's say creeps. We're better with creeps. That's fine. I hate guys who call themselves allies when really they're only nice to women by default. You hear a guy say he's an ally, I'm like, no, Kevin, you're just short. He'll be like, I could never hurt a woman. You're 5'2", we know. I think the only time men will bring down a woman is if she's in power, and I know because I've heard the legend of Catherine the Great. And the idea that she fucked a horse was definitely started by a man. What a man way to bring down a powerful woman. You want to bring down a powerful man, you accuse him of sleeping with his secretary. You want to bring down a powerful woman, you accuse her of sleeping with her horse. I think we ought to have a little more respect for someone who doesn't sexually abuse humans. Give her some credit. A guy does it, be like, ew, you're gross. A woman does it, be like, ew, you're gross. But also very brave. What do we gotta do to be a headlining household name around here? A woman has to sleep with a horse for any kind of notoriety, and people still go, Catherine who? Who is that? Meanwhile, you say Louis C.K.? Oh yeah, the guy who jerked off into a plant. Who doesn't know him? That's all right, you guys. If you couldn't tell, I got horse girl energy. I was raised on horses. My dad got me into horses to keep me out of trouble with boys, and I gotta give it to him. One rumor about me making out with my horse, they stayed away completely. Any of you horse girls? All right, here's the thing. If you weren't the weird horse girl growing up, you were the weird horse girl growing up. That's how I was the weird horse girl growing up. You know why we're weird? Happy Pride Month. Because we're so proud of our love for horses. It's not like your love for a dog or a cat. We're so proud of our love for horses. You might as well just add it to the alphabet. LGBTQIA horse. Just a horse, full stop. And some people are never going to get that. Some people are never going to understand your love for horses. I used to go on date with broke guys. And as they're letting me pay, they're like, I don't get it. What's the deal with women and horses? I'm like, I don't know. I guess we're just attracted to things that can support us. I don't like to tell guys I'm a horse girl. They get the wrong idea. They think I'm all kinky. I messed up. I told one guy, and he goes, ooh, treat me like one of your horses. I was like, okay. Then I grabbed a stick and I beat the shit out of him with it. Love what you love, be weird, be proud of it. Some people aren't going to get it. My stepmom still doesn't understand that in my hierarchy of love, it still goes my pony that died 5 years ago, then my boyfriend. She's like, honey, guys like to know they're number one. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, Barb. Can't beat a dead horse.